Well, there's a story that's all over the news, and it's not based in reality, and it's from Howard Stern. Howard Stern, who's had President Trump on his show probably 20 times over the years, and the two are, I'd say, friends, has come out and said that Donald Trump really didn't want to win the 2016 election, and that he's very sad and upset and depressed that he's now in office, and that he's worried about his health, and that he's really a big liberal who loves Hillary and loves abortion. Now, of course, I've done deep Donald Trump research, and that's not really true. I know he went on Stern's show and didn't really argue with him about all those points, and has been, as a businessman, congenial to basically everybody. But I know a lot of inside baseball about Trump. I know people that have known him for 45 years, 50 years, 30 years. A lot of people, not just Roger Stone. I know who he mentored under, who he was the protege pretty much to a great extent of Roy Cohn, but also his father that was very pro-America, anti-communist. Trump put millions of dollars into fighting NAFTA and GATT. Trump's written books on the subject. That's who he really is at his core values, kind of like a libertarian Americana. It's not about party, it's about America first. So to just come out and undermine and say, he really didn't want to win, and he's upset. He wanted to get a better deal on Apprentice so he'd make $10 million a year or more. He lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in his pageants and his TV shows and in everything at his hotels, and spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of his own money to win. He campaigned more than any president we've ever seen, 2 or 3 times that. They admit that. He would go to 7 destinations a day, 4 different states. He did things that were truly unprecedented and put his name, his treasure, his family into everything. He gets out at motorcades when he's being death threatened and walks out front with the Secret Service. He's totally committed. He's delivered on every single thing he said he would do, on every single front. And the spin machine that we're dealing with here is telling us not the case. Listen, I have nothing against, let's go over here. I have nothing against the wedding party coming out. I have nothing against Howard Stern. I've been on his show. He's a talented guy. He makes a lot of really good points. I've been on his network probably 15 times. And so I'm not here trying to have a beef with Howard Stern or a pissing contest because he's a giant talk show host, okay? I respect Howard Stern. But let me tell you, listening to what he said and watching it on CNN, you can go see it there. It's their top story as of about an hour ago. Looks pretty underhanded, okay? Yeah, Trump's really a big liberal. Yeah, he's not who he says he is. I really love him, and he's real sad that he won. But notice, Stern doesn't say Trump told him that. He said, this is how I feel. So it's a way of sounding like he's Trump's friend, but absolutely undermining the very bedrock of his credibility, that he's a pretender, that he's phony, that he's not real. Is that why Pence, for the first time ever, a vice president, attended the pro-life rally in D.C.? Is that why he's divesting power back to the states? Is that why he killed TPP? Is that why he has all the globalists wanting to kill him? Is that why the Republican Party's out to get him? Is that why they said that the primary didn't count for the first time in history and that we couldn't have Trump? The whole power structure, from the Communist Chinese, the Saudi Arabians, to the dirty Pope, to all of them, hate Trump. Okay? The narco cartels, everybody hates Trump. They're trying to bring him down because he's trying to bring sovereignty back to America. We live in a system of global governance now that's based on oppression and control. And people are sick and tired of it. The Brexit is pulling out of the New World Order global governance. France is trying to pull out. Le Pen's in the lead. In Italy, they just said no for EU expansion. Everywhere. Iceland's pulling out. Australia pulled out of carbon taxes. That's what Donald Trump knows is happening. America's moment to shine again, to cut our taxes, to cut regulations, to make the big mega banks that got all this free U.S. money loan to small businesses, to reinstate Glass-Steagall, to stop Goldman Sachs and others from engaging in just making trillions up out of nowhere and then signing it onto the public's debt. He's destroying the globalists. People go, oh, he's Goldman Sachs, he appointed 3 of them, because they know how the system ran, and whether it's Mnuchin or whether it's Bannon, they all were fighting the globalists for the last 20, 30 years because they discovered what was happening inside. And it's all proof. He's doing everything he said he would do to an unbelievable level, investigating the vaccines, pulling us out of the carbon taxes. The list goes on and on and on and on. It's crazy how real he is, how bona fide, bringing God back in his speech, invoking Americana, getting hundreds of billions of dollars of investment already back to the U.S. from Chrysler to you name it. I mean, this is completely and totally, absolutely amazing. to see all of this unfolding. And it just makes my head spin that he's saying America first. You need to run the government. The power needs to be with you. We the people. This is what America is. And the media acts like it's the end of the world, the most satanic thing they've ever heard, because they have to take what's normal and good and wholesome and real and invert it like it's dirty and bad. And it's not working. Across the world, people are waking up to globalism. It's exciting. So you go see Howard Stern's quotes. You go watch the video, hear the audio, where he's like, I feel real sorry for him. His health's going to get hurt because he loves to be loved, which I agree is true. He empathizes with the people, Trump, and he never really wanted this. It was all a publicity stunt. Really, all a publicity stunt, where he fought with everything he had, spent hundreds of millions of his own money, lost hundreds of millions, the death threats, everything, committing his family, the attacks, going through hell, defeating the system, all of this to then completely deliver and bust his ass and work 16, 18 hours a day because he's a fraud. No.
We just had a guy comment, Alex, that he said, he just commented, said he worked on the campaign, and he said Pence and Trump never slept. They worked nonstop. He goes, we barely were able to sleep. We had to work so hard. We could barely keep up with these guys. And this is a young man who worked on the campaign. So this is a 70-year-old, and Pence is probably in, his early 60s. These two guys are out working young people. That's how dedicated they are to making this happen. So just remember that out there. And then and you look at the articles. Go to Drudge. Even his own staff, they're like, this is a dizzying pace you're working at, sir. We can't keep up. Who does that if he's just going to sit around?
And he's doing research on everything and doing a great job. And then they go, oh, well, some green card holders got stopped. Okay, some people that claimed they had a right to come in, but their documents didn't match. That's what happens when you're not a citizen. The citizens all get searched coming in, but they don't. Unvetted, completely made up. Now they have a judge appointed by Bush. Again, the neocons, the Republican establishment that hates him. That's more proof of how real he is. All he's doing is trying to enforce laws Obama put on the books. But they only use that on citizens coming back in, not on the precious jihadis. They won't let Christian refugees in, folks. 20% of Syria was Christian. It's like 0.2% is what they let in that's Christian. Anyways, think about it. Stern's like, I'm sorry, he's not real. He's a fraud. I like him, though. He's a big liberal and never meant any of this, and he's really upset. He wanted to host The Apprentice some more. Meanwhile, he's trashing The Apprentice and how horrible Schwarzenegger is and what a loser he is. Again, Schwarzenegger is a fake conservative who didn't deliver on anything what he said, but gun control, open borders, and looting the taxpayers with big biotech scams and, helping Enron, basically cover up what they done out in California. I mean, that's the truth of what Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger, is up to. And hey, I love folks from Austria, but here's the deal, bro. You told Rolling Stone that you wanted to be like Hitler and be worshipped, okay? And then you bought the rights to Pumping Iron because they had the outtakes of you admitting it. So just, here's the deal, dude. The Nazis were losers. They're gone, okay? And this is a return of America, okay? And empowering the people, not having total centralized control. Schwarzenegger's like, being a leader, the president means telling the people what to do and how to behave and ruling them. No, that's what your daddy taught you. This is about empowering the people. So again, I don't want to fight with Howard Stern. I've been invited on his show. I've been on it. I have a big effect. He has a huge show. I don't even care about going on CNN or MSNBC or almost no response on those. Stern, huge response. Okay? But it's just the facts are the facts. This is very underhanded. It's slimy. And I just don't know if he knows how this looks because it's a load of crap, and all the evidence shows the opposite. I'll be on the radio tomorrow, Lord willing, 4 to 6 p.m. Central, Infowars.com/show. If you don't have one of the 200-plus affiliates in your area, and please know they want to censor this. We're seeing a lot more censorship unfolding now against us on many platforms. It's admitted. Just like they distort and try to censor Trump and take him out of context, please spread this raw video, which is basic facts and analysis to everybody you know. When you spread these videos, they don't just reach 100,000, they reach 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million. Look in the video list below. Go to the video section on our Facebook. Look at Paul Washington's videos. Look at Millie Weaver's videos, David Knight's videos, Leanne McAdoo's videos, all the other great crew. Margaret Howe. I mean, I can't mention all the great crew we've got. These are some powerful reports. John Bound, Rob Dew, I mean, just all the crew. Infowars.com/show, and then spread this video right here on Facebook. I'm going to also copy it over to our main YouTube channel. And again, feel free for nonprofit educational purposes to post these to your YouTube channel as well and wherever else you like, because we just want to get the word out and stop the New World Order. I'm Alex Jones signing off from the front lines And if you're watching this transmission, there's a war on for your mind, folks. You are the answer. You are the resistance.